Now we go into the Sweet 16, on Thursday and Friday. So we got UConn and San Diego State. We got Illinois versus Iowa State. That's probably, one of the better games for Thursday. And then you have, Damien's Tar Heels are going against the number 4 Alabama Crimson Tide. We got Clemson versus Arizona. Clemson was the only team as an underdog yesterday to actually win against Baylor. Baylor deserved to lose. They went like 16 of 26 from the free throw line. They knocked them free throws down, and they're advancing. We got Houston versus Duke, which is going to be really good. Marquette and North Carolina State. North Carolina State right now is, they're the 11th seed. So that's probably, that you would obviously that's the Cinderella right now.
I almost put NC State in my Final Four. Almost.
They've been hooping. They've been hooping
because I don't think that they're going to lose to Duke twice. That's the only reason why I picked Duke over North Carolina. I got NC State. I got Duke and NC State in my Elite Eight in that region.
I mean, that'll be nice. I mean, they've been clicking ever since the ACC tournament, and they went ahead and they knocked off North Carolina in that. So that's going to be a good matchup. Marquette got Tyler Kolek back, and he was fucking diming. He was doing it all for them. It's going to be a close one there. That one's going to be a really close game. You got Purdue versus Gonzaga. Gonzaga, honestly, all year looked kind of mid to me. They weren't really doing shit. And all of a sudden, gets to tournament time. They're giving them a 5 seed, and they're fucking hooping. I mean, I think they realistically are going to beat Purdue. I think they can beat Purdue. I think that's how well they've been playing. And then we have what I think is going to be the best game of the weekend is Creighton versus Tennessee. Creighton was one of my sleeper teams to get to the and one of my brackets to get, pretty far into the tournament. They have everything you need. They got decent point guard play. They got a decent off-ball guard in Trey Alexander. They got the 7-footer in Kalkbrenner, and Shireman can fucking shoot that bitch and create off the dribble. And, he's lefty, so that's going to be tough. Tennessee, they got Dalton Connect, for the Bulls fans out there. That's to be another guy that, we scout because that's somebody that's going lottery. 2 guards, 6'4", could shoot that bitch. White boy, got some bunnies on him. So, we got a really good Sweet 16. Looking at the board, I can't be mad with any of these teams, though, especially the way North Carolina State has been playing. So, we're gonna see. I'm rooting for Illinois. Obviously, I want Illinois to get to the Elite Eight and face UConn. I think that we're gonna get that. I think Illinois and Iowa State, they match up pretty well because they're both gonna play defense. But I just think Illinois has a little bit more scoring power. With Terrence Shannon Jr., like Bang said, he's fucking hooping. You cannot stop him. When he gets downhill, you cannot stop him at the rim. Marcus Damascus hooping. You got Coleman Hawkins. And, they're going to be going up against, a tough Iowa State team, but they're, one of the best players. And Lipsey has a banged up shoulder. And I kind of saw him favoring it a lot towards the end of that game the other day with, who did Iowa State just beat? Whoever. So, it's gonna be a good matchup. I know this year, I've seen you guys, we're talking about earlier about the top 5 players in the draft. None of them are really in the tournament. But it's still been a really good year, I think, for college hoops, and especially for the tournament, because it's really, we're getting all of the, the top schools this year.
And paper on this player, haters, old news, money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna